Welcome back to Fallout New Vegas. Right, let us enter Ulysses compound. Now, that was a massive XP boost. Rockets here. Missiles. Oh, there's a first aid box. That's good, yeah. It's almost as if the game is preparing us for something. Don't you think? Well, that's a hard lock. Well, black staff. Black staff? Is this really a word? Yeah. Black is a. I know black is a word. Staff is a word. But is this is this like some is this some some term in English language that I never heard before? Like, does it have any meaning aside from a staff which is black? Probably. I don't know. Revolution, commission, processing. Above. Okay. Well, can't be revolution then. Commission. Disengage lock. Yeah. Oh. Because I don't know if there's gonna be. Yeah, I'm not gonna bother taking any crafting materials now. Yeast. Yeah. I mean, for all I know, after finishing this DLC, I'm not gonna still come back to the divide. So I reckon. Yeah. Okay. So. Yeah. There's a. Oh, can still destroy it, and you get the XP. Huh. I did not know that. That requires a key. Maintenance terminal. iBot maintenance report. Um, port 1 inactive, port 2 active, port 3 inactive, okay. Mm-hmm. 10 mil pistol. I don't think I need this. I can just drop that. Why not? Well, I do have frag grenades, I guess. Limb damage, yeah, of course. Of course it would damage my limbs. Well, alright. Open repair port 2. Well, I suppose I'll wait and see if there's like an order doc there, because surely there must be. So I'll save a doctor's bag. Oh yeah, I didn't actually have to do this. You must have been override function piggyback on that broadcast. That's what pulled you here. Are you okay? What happened? It just took off like you finally found home. Of course I came after you. I wasn't going to leave you behind. Whatever he's planning, Ulysses obviously wants you there. Come on. I'd hate to disappoint him. There's again a commissioner. Access main corridor. Well, so these are not just completely broken. Well, oh yeah, I could buy. I'll buy one of those, but I'm not gonna riot gear. Is there a way to get out of here still? Because maybe if I go and trying to find those. Get like weapons and such, so I can something I can like Blade of the West. Yeah, that's valuable. So oh, this is also medium armor. I bet I can use that to fix my. Yes, beautiful. It's at least 50% condition now. Super sled. This is valuable. Yeah. But this is light armor. I might not be able to use that to fix my. I'm pretty sure it has to be at least medium armor. So I can. Well, maybe that's it. Good enough. Oh. Yeah, I have at least now something I can use to compensate for. Oh. You want to like, yeah, repair, I think, the helmet. Okay, I think the money did go there. Like, so at least if I sell some of this stuff, I can make back some of that money that I spent on, fixing the helmet. Yeah, good. Yeah, right. Take the elevator. Well, well. One more. Is there one more of these? Of Because it could be that I just missed one along the way because I don't see any more of these. Well, maybe eventually we'll try and go and see and where these little nukes are. I mean, yeah, can't do it, but that. Okay. Okay, I guess along the way we have missed one because I don't see any more in here. And okay, so so there's 6 in here. So you're supposed to find 24 before coming to this temple, and then you can get all of them. Unless I completely missed, but I don't see anything. Okay, I must have just missed one. Fine.
Without the bear's corpse to weigh you down. Judging by your shadow, maybe you can't let your machine go. Doesn't matter now. Either way, the Divide Giants are awakening. The missiles here on their way home. There is no way to stop them.
Um, well, I think we already understand why he's doing it. He's doing it for revenge, basically. Of course, he's been very vague, and when we mention the word revenge, he's denying that no, this is not about, revenge. This is about something else. But I think it's about revenge. Like, no matter like how he wants to word it, no matter like how he thinks of it, I think all just boils down to that he hates us, Ulysses hates us, and he wants us dead. What happened at the divide, what I did, was an accident. What you're doing, it's madness.
No. Now there is purpose. I believe you when you say you were careless. The Divide, the chip, the machine you brought here. Many messages can be taken from that, intended or not. What I do now is an act of conviction.
If you blame me for the divide, then let me answer for it, not others.
Blame you? No. Learned from you. Both the weapon to kill a nation and the strength to do it. You showed me a road, a way to carry my message. You've already answered for what you've done. Now the flag you follow will answer for it.
So, what do you intend to bomb? What? So what? You intend to bomb the Mojave?
No, not the Mojave. The West. All that's been built since America died. Same symbols as before the war. Now a flag carried by a tribe of children. You walked west, didn't stay. You know the reason. The bear grows without structure, follows a symbol without knowing its history. And knowing that you believe in a bear's sickness and have given it strength, and that gives more reason to lay waste to your homeland. After this, only one flag will remain over the Mojave. Let that one fly, or destroy itself.
You can't destroy the West with all the missiles. even with all the missiles here.
No need to destroy. You taught me that at the Divide. Only need to cut off the supply line, the road, to watch something greater die. I'll turn the long 15 into miles of fire, cut off the Mojave. NCR will fall back, lose Hoover Dam, and leave their throats exposed to the Legion.
Even if you have no faith in the NCR, I do. My actions have proven it.
Your actions have carried strength. If you speak for the two-headed bear, I'll hear your words, even if I will be the only one to hear them. If you believe it should not die this day, then answer me why.
One can build a community, make it stronger. You saw it at the Divide, even blame me for it.
History has proven this. Our history. And you think that you have this strength enough for all of NCR. The West is not the Divide, and nothing you can do can prevent the missile's launch. Convincing me changes nothing.
I believe that one person can make or break a nation. You already know this.
It may be that as much destruction has been written in the earth here, you may build something else, as you built the Divide. You have spoken truly. There is a shadow of a nation behind you, the hope of a people, yet it may not matter. The Divide still stands against us.
Well, I think we know what this means. It means that basically, the tunnelers are still coming here, and all the. I mean, this is still a very dangerous place, and it's full of nasty creatures.
Enemies gather outside, shadows of the bear and the bull. They will have found their way in, just as you did. It was always my intention, in case I could not kill you. Marked men would flood this place, cut off your escape. If we cannot prevent what comes, then let us make our stand here. Two couriers together at the Divide.
Well, now let's have some psycho medics at least. Well, take some jet. Um, can't see my action points. I have 53. Okay, I'm gonna need like 30 action points. I think that's two jets, right? I think if I use two jets, that's 30. Yeah. Okay, how many more do I need? More jet, like two jet more. More chat? Yeah. All right. Yeah, I'll need like four of them. Oh, hmm. Just some rebound as well. So, what is the moral of the story? Is it that all problems can be solved with weapons of mass destruction? Hmm. Let's see. Not sure how many lockpicking magazines I have already used. I mean, I know I can at least I can make still one lockpicking magazine. So surely there must be. I'll leave it at 91. Yeah. Okay. So maybe so at most like three magazines. If I can muster three magazines and then maybe put the rest to barter. Why not? Let's see. There's the console. Oh yeah. I have to admit, that was a surprising easy fight. This terminal is already engaged in its countdown sequence, and the abort code has been overwritten. You might be able to change the missile's target or accelerate the countdown and launch the missiles immediately. Yeah, just shoot them to Caesar's territory. Or cancel the launch. Hmm. But I'm pretty sure the moment I continue with main quest, I think the Legion will once again start to hate me. So maybe I'll just shoot Legion territory. Or cancel. I think this would make the followers of the Apocalypse and the Brotherhood of Steel like me more if I just do the humane thing and You know what? Okay. The board code is encrypted with an incredibly advanced pre-war military encryption sequence. You'd have to be a code-breaking robot to crack it in time. Well, I know this will kind of fry EDE you, but no, to shoot them to Legion territory or just cancel the launch. Cancel the launch, huh? Uh, you know what? But you know what? This is this this is for all. This is for all the assassination squads that Kaisar has. Kaisar has sent me in. Like over the course of this game. So yeah, screw you, Kaisar. Screw you. Hmm. All right.
Same trail of the two couriers' last message arced into the sky. Missiles fell on the east, and the Legion encampment at Drywells, where the Twisted Hears had allied and been betrayed by Wulpus and Caesar. Legion soldiers died, their silhouettes blasted into the ground and earth. The last word of the last of the Twisted Hears. It was an ending to things, a way of erasing the road that had led to this point and the history that had walked with it. Hopeville burned lightless in the night, invisible fires of radiation scorching it from within and without. It is said a man still walked its streets with a tattered jacket, an old world flag etched on the back. He remained there, perhaps as punishment for the scars he left on the wastes, or a reminder of a history he could not forget. For Ulysses, his journey was over. The courier had been the end of his road. As for the courier, he turned his back on his home for the second time and made his way back, navigating the treachery of the divide. Tunnelers and the marked men avoided the lone figure, as if recognizing the courier's right to passage, or out of fear. The courier walked until he stood again upon the edge of the divide, the last road he would walk before the second battle for Hoover Dam. There, beside his feet, was a final package from one courier to another. A footlocker bearing a gift and a message. But that message, it is something for couriers to carry, and for them alone. The lights flickered across the divide, reminders that the old world histories persist and find meaning in the present. It said, war never changes. Men do, through the roads they walk. And this road has reached its end.
Oh yeah, forgot there was a nuclear explosion there. Right. The fires of Armageddon, your merciless nuclear assault on Caesar's legion, has devastated the lands east of the Colorado and reached even the borders of the Mojave. At Cottonwood Cove, you can now take a journey by river to the site of Dry Wells, a devastated Legion encampment. Be prepared. The area is highly irradiated and infested with Legion ghouls. You have also unlocked the Scourge of the East perk, allowing you to put a single point into any of your special attributes. You also gain reputation with the NCR for breaking the back of Caesar's Legion, but you lose reputation with Caesar's Legion. I'm a soft-hearted devil. Oh, that devil. That soft-hearted devil. Sure, he's been kind of nice to us. He's been kind of nice to us. So, what's a little nuke here and there? Well, put my special stat to strength here. And we level up again. Right. 12 points, huh? Well, I can make a melee skill book, so I can easily get that too. Just a single skill book. Picking. Well, I guess so. So that all I need is now 2 books to make myself. Uh, I'm not sure how many explosive skill books there's still left, but I just put it to something. Put it to survival, sure. Oh, maybe the speech. Okay, I'll put it to explosives. Okay, yeah, so like if I make an explosive skill book, I can use that to literally turn on top my explosive skill. Sure. And one more perk. Final perk for this character. Because we have now reached the let's see. Your karma is reset. You inflict plus 10% damage. And for every 100 points of karma you gain 10 health. You're also immune to critical hits. So if we if our karma goes to like plus 1000, we have like 100 extra hit points. And we are immune to critical hits. Okay. Thought you died. Well, I guess. Splash damage. This is kind of a double-edged sword, actually. I have to admit, I don't think I've ever taken these so-called level 50 perks. There's for each of the kind of basic category of karma, so evil, neutral, and good, you have basically its own unique kind of level 50 perk. Like, I'm just lucky I'm alive. The neutral karma. Oh, and your uncritical hits inflict plus 50% damage. Yeah. Neutral karma, and it's good for critical hit builds. I think evil karma. You return action points faster, and your attack speed is increased. I guess this would also be good for like melee characters and right. Well, our karma is reset. Well, maybe it's only fair. I mean, we did just launch a whole heap of nukes. We did just rain down nuclear fire on east to the lands east of Colorado. And even though Caesar's Legion is there and they're a pretty evil bunch, but there's probably also a lot of innocent people there as well, so maybe this fits here. Yep. Neutral. Better drink. Courier's Duster. Lightweight, pretty good. Old Glory. This is of course Ulysses' kind of unique weapon. The flagpole. Red Glare, so in case you didn't buy that already. Snakebite Tourniquets, Ulysses Duster. His mask, radiation resistance, and his final message. Which also teaches us the recipe for bitter drink. Alright. Let's go to Novak. Level 50. Yeah, so I don't think we actually got all the warheads. One is missing. Now we also got loads of like unique stuff, so Yellow glory, red glare, yeah. Ulysses mask and his duster go there, yeah. Maybe crafting materials, duct tape, yeah. Hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Hmm. Oh yeah, cave fungus. Those can go there. Mm. Right. But, oh, and I also missed one camaraderie, but one of those iBot circuitries, because we didn't get to level 5 with the camaraderie perk. Um. Right. Well, I would say this is enough for now. So, thank you for watching. See you next time, and goodbye. Okay, just a quick little update. After finishing the Lonesome Road DLC, we came back to the Divide, and we found a location that we hadn't discovered before, which is 3rd Street Municipal Building. So it's the same area where you had the Sun Tower roof, so you kind of spent a lot of time here earlier. And so there was this, what's this called? Municipal sewers that that I didn't find before, but so when we come here, there is the 5th destroyed iBot. So we can take the updated circuitry and get the level 5 of the camaraderie perk. Rank 5, yeah. Increasing your accuracy in bats as long as it is in your companion. Yeah. Right. So I'm also trying to find the 5th, the warhead, or the last warhead, but I haven't found that one yet. So anyway, just a little update. Okay, goodbye. Okay, once again, another update. I was already about to give up searching for that last warhead. Now, when I came back, now I decided to take one more little sneak peek at the at the cave where we encountered and killed that unique um, death claw called Rar. Well, Well, what do we have here? This is the final warhead. Now, of course, we are max level. We're not going to do anything with the XP, you know. Yeah, so caution. Well, I hope the game hasn't respawned, the death claw. Energy cells, plasma pistol. Oh yeah, you know what? There was I think a mole rat I saw earlier. Maybe the mole rat is just back. I mean, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, so the mole rat is probably gonna be here. Where's the mole rat? I think it's a mole rat. No, it's not here. Right. So we've got some of these textual recordings. This is a recording. NCR radio distress beacon.
Anyone listening on this channel? My platoon has been wiped out, and I am pinned down by a goddamn huge death claw in a place called the Divide. So far, I've been able to scare it away with flares, but I lack any explosives to kill the damn thing. Please assist. I say again, please assist. Mayday, mayday, mayday. This is NCR Trooper Gleason, calling anyone listening on this channel.
Right. That's kind of occurred to me that at least in Fallout 3, the Enclave used like cages like this to transport those death claws. So coincidence? I don't think so. Because this area had a couple of death claws, so those death claws were probably brought to here in those cages, and maybe they then got away. But who brought them here? I don't know. Maybe NCR. Or maybe Ulysses. But then again, Ulysses probably wouldn't be able to do that all by themselves. look at buried buildings. Maybe I should just fast travel away. Sunset Sarsaparilla. Right. Oh, oh, there's marshmallow. Did not notice that. Cave of the Abandoned. Really? You motherfucker. take those to sunset Jasper. Deathcore. Well, guess we could just fast travel back to the canyon wreckage here. Oh, oh yeah, one thing I noticed. There's somebody in here. Ulysses is just sitting here chilling. Well, we didn't actually listen to his final message yet, but okay, well, is this where you're making camp? Any recipes you can teach?
Depends what history has to say about them. There's a lot the land can provide, if you know the road that led to it. Mojave's got ways of healing most ills. If not, some tribes have usually found a way you didn't expect. Like healing powders. Tribes back west only use xander and rock flour. There's a way the twin mothers in the east used to brew it, though. Called it bitter drink. Mixed up the xander and brock in a bottle. Added some kick to it, so your head doesn't get all clouded.
So, what's the history of it?
History cures a wound, leaves the bitterness that caused it. The twin mothers were always about lessons. Caesar taught them the last one, though, so that's it for them. Recipe still exists. Legion uses it on forced marches with wounded soldiers. Wouldn't have made it through Crimson River Trail a few years back without it. Losing so much blood early on. was a cazador feast. Enough zanderroot and brock flour along the trail, though. Legion was able to keep pace and get where they were going.
Can you share the recipe with me?
Can do that, and one better. Just enough around to mix some. Here. Might make the twin mother's history live a little longer. You carry it. When you drink it, down it all in one shot, or your stomach's not going to want to keep going after the second drink.
Bitter drink recipe. Well, I got your final message.
Didn't think I'd be breathing to hear you say that. Message isn't important. Meaning is. Had to speak of it in case the words got lost in paper, ink, or others' voices. Maybe yours in time. Still meant for you. Courier to courier. Belongs to you now. Or history. Doesn't matter.
So, have you been to Hopeful since the Ashton missile hit?
Walk there sometimes. Keep the walks short. Still, it's important to see. Something else to answer for. Occasionally sift through the dust, the buildings. See if I can find some history, marks of America. If you want them, keep them. You've earned it. Nothing to be gained by me holding them. And more will surface in time.
Oh, okay, I guess this is like, like him, basically, like him going to this, like, exploration, exploring this divide, picking up stuff, salvaging, and now he's basically just giving whatever random stuff he has managed to, pick up. Oh, okay. Okay, I think this is just a, like, so this is probably like you can like periodically come to Ulysses and ask, if he has found something useful, and then he'll give it to you. I wanted to hear more about Hoover Dam.
Old world wall, run red with blood of bear and bull. It'll bleed more before the sun sets on the Mojave. That place and I have a past. Owe it a debt, and it owes me. If your path takes you there, know you're not the only one. It's the wall by which this age will be measured, the gravestone of the Mojave. Old world never meant it as such. The divide belongs to history now. The Mojave awaits.
Oh, now moment. Well, I have I have all these I have this Mark Trooper and Mark Patrol and Mark Tribal armor. Stuff that I can use to kind of repair mine. I probably should make a hard save. After all, I want to find a campfire just to see. Let's see. Actually, I think there's a campfire in Prim. Must have admit that Fallout New Vegas is, I don't know, it's just so good. Like, easily my favorite. More coyotes there. Hmm. It probably isn't a campfire in. Oh, there is. Okay, so bitter drink, right? Recipe. Okay, you need to put them in. Okay, rock flower, xander root, and empty sunset sarsaparilla bottle. Okay. Hmm. Well, guess we could spend the night in here and then go and look for some, xander roots and rock flowers in the morning. Oh, nice. I also found some sarsaparilla bottles. Cool, as they say. Of course, we have plenty of empty sarsaparilla bottles in Novak. Yeah, yes. I'll take the soda bottles. Because you can turn those empty soda bottles with the right ingredients and some crafting. You can turn empty soda bottles into, you know, Nuka Colas, basically. Homebrew Nuka Colas. Because we really had the mind to, we could also go back to Zion Valley and collect some horse fighting. Rangers fighting who? Geckos?
That's over.
Yeah. Hi.
You've done a good turn for the NCR, and now we'd like to do one for you. Here's an NCR emergency two-way radio. You call, and we'll come running. You're not alone out here. The NCR has your back. Stay safe and good hunting.
Huh. I'm pretty sure we already had that radio. Because we've had a good reputation with the NCR for a long, long time. So, the roots, that's some rock flowers. Yeah. Who knows, maybe we'll grab a couple of bigger drinks as well. Yeah. Is that ranger hunting? I think that ranger's hunting geckos. Okay, well, stay safe and good hunting, they said. I don't know. probably should have taken the gecko.
That's so.
Well, you are welcome. Nice. Me too. Oh, there's some white horse metal. One thing I like about New Vegas is that I think this game has just the right amount of crafting and like opportunities to craft. So I kind of feel that now I don't really have that much experience in Fallout 4 because I have it and I did start to play it like I did make a character and start to play with that well a couple of years ago. But then at one point I just kind of guess I just kind of I grew tired of it and I quit. So I haven't actually played it in several years. And I kind of feel that I think Bethesda went a little too far with the crafting thing there because by introducing like like a settlement building. I mean, yeah, of course, I did play enough to have at least a little try. Like, like I did do a little bit of experimenting with that. Building your own settlement. And while I of course do agree that it is, of course, it's an well, I mean, okay, it's an interesting idea, and I kind of feel that it takes you away a little too far away from what Fallout games are. Because Fallout games, they're not, it's not civilization. It's not like they've never been about like crafting your own empire, if you will. But it's rather just surviving. Bitter drink, yeah. I got my 5 points for 48 seconds. How about healing powder? Oh, that's only 2 points. Okay, so bitter drink is like 2.5 times more effective. Um, I mean, it uses the same ingredients, plus of course a sarsaparilla bottle. It goes steaks or it goes kebabs. Red coyote steaks and pickle kebabs. Healing poultice. Yeah, I have some fungus on some of those. Oh, you know what? There's one quest that we haven't actually done yet. That's Ghost Town Gunfight. Let's see. What is our reputation with Powder Gamer? They have accepted us, okay. Do I want to bail out Ringo? Like, do I want to bail out Ringo? Of course, this is gonna, anger the Powder Gamers. You know what? I don't have any reason to. We're already at max level. It's not that like we need the XP. Let's just go to Nova. See that I have more than 12,000 saves in this game. I mean, I've been playing this game for a long time. Um, oh yeah, Ulysses' last message. Let's listen to Ulysses' message.
Last tape, last message. In case you best me.
Oh wait, it's kind of a series of tapes, isn't it? You know, I think it would then be better to listen to these Ulysses tapes first, like these, and then the final message. Alright, well,
Big empty. There's something hidden there. A crater. Past wind and sand. So deep in the desert, there's no turning back. Finding the crater was an accident. Was following the weather patterns. The divide sky torn like that. Man's violence, not nature's. That violence in the sky had a source. Tracked it, like following a river current. Left the colors to mark my way, like always. In case someone finds them, learns the pattern. The courier might. But I thought sand and wind would never end. Came to the crater. And there was an old world facility. A weather station at the edge. Still reeking the sky with electricity and generators. And beyond it, saw the rest of the old world hell there. All carved up like garden plots. Had to see what was there. Couldn't leave it be. Things sleep in the big empty. The Brotherhood woke them up. Can't move quiet any more than the two-headed bear can. And when they woke up, it was like all of history waking up at once. Almost didn't make it out. Almost. Left with answers I never intended.
it was 16, so 17.
Have you ever wanted to speak to history? Just to know the why of it? I don't. Not any longer. There's old stories about gods and men, past history into myth, where the gods, they're like children, petulant, cruel. Those were the voices of the big empty. The past. Couldn't leave well enough alone. Had to ask the why of it. Their answers were madness, and power stronger than me would take 100 Elijahs. Someone tougher than him or I to best of them in their dome. They didn't know why they were there, what had led to that point. Their names, like serpents devouring themselves, cannibalizing their own thoughts. When all seemed lost, thought it was the end. My anger gave me strength to ask them my last question. history cast aside, a home left behind. I listened. I asked, was there anything left? Anything that still carries America's voice? And they told me I had already been there. I and one other, walking right out of history, deeper than we knew. They told me what lies in the heart of the divide, what can be found there, and the words to awaken it, and the one to speak them.
'17. Okay, then it's 22 and 23.
I walked the Great Salt Lake as Kaiser's eye, then his hand. Mongrels there, 2 legs and 4. Saw the walls of New Canaan as the scavengers circled. Had the strength or fire to take. Too high, too strong. White legs. They were born for war. They run to it, hungry for battle. Yet their hunger is to be a part of history, something larger. Like the Legion, as always, brought them a message from Kaiser. If New Canaan burns, Kaiser might see them. Might. Even the chance was a lie. To honor Kaiser, destroy the history of New Canaan and the way they carry it in their generations and family. Kaiser respects such strength, I told them. That was truth, even if strength wasn't the word. Obedience. You must be willing to kill anyone. Children, mothers, the weak, elders. If these New Canaanites value the generations, that is what you must kill. It was like Ulysses was speaking through me. Use the night, silence, and fire to change their words to please, to screams. No need for bombs, when hate will do. I asked the White Legs to destroy a people with ancestry going back thousands of years. Another death of history, lost to time. The New Canaanites. They supplied medicine, food traded with others, civilization, a hand from the past, not history, but maybe a past deeper, farther than that to a place where this God really exists. If so, his handiwork and people belong elsewhere, not in this place. Another symbol like bear and bull with no meaning in the present.
Okay, then number 23.
The White Legs, to show respect, bribed me for Kaiser's favor, echoing mannerisms and words, showed them tech caches, taught them the workings of chamber and powder, spoke of Kaiser's pride in those that used such things. Lies. And then they tried to honor me, not the Legion. They brought me before the campfire one night, showed me how they changed themselves, how they wore their hair now. It was like my entire dead tribe in the firelight, teeth grinning red in the dark, eager corpses, blood-covered ghosts. They had taken my braids, the way of the twisted hairs, as if it showed they were like me, of me. While every knot in their braids spoke of raping, violence, and ignorance of what the knots meant. They thought to show respect, defiled it. Lost myself in trying to read the braids they wove. When I remembered, they had put no meaning in it. They had no history. history of what it meant. They didn't even know the insult in the twists, knots, and dry wells came rushing back. The white legs circled like that. It was like looking at the dead of my tribe, reborn as ghosts, hateful, hungry, bowing to Caesar. Another history, gone, carried by me alone.
And Ulysses' final message.
Last tape, last message. In case you best me. If you're hearing this, you have, through blood or word, this
Word.
message and all that lies with it. It is for you, courier. If you want to know the why of things. This world, I've walked a good part of it. I stopped only because of you. What you did gave me pause. Long ago, I crossed the Colorado, the first among the Legion to see Hoover Dam in all its glory. An old world wall, yet bridging two sides. And beyond it, a symbol of a two-headed bear. An idea great enough to challenge Caesar himself. Might kill him taking it, whether he won or lost. The bull needs to fight, needs the challenge. Without it, it falters, dies in the dust. Might be a lesson there, in you and me. Leave the thought behind the message to you. My message is this. The destruction that has been wrought at the Divide, or elsewhere, if you couldn't stop me, it can happen again. It will keep happening. If war doesn't change, men must change, and so must their symbols. Even if it is nothing at all, know what you follow, courier. Just as I followed you to the end. Whatever your symbol, carry it on your back and wear it proudly when you stand at Hoover Dam.
Right. I think that Ulysses' final message, that is like now the perfect time to stop this episode. So, thank you for watching. See you next time, and goodbye. You know what? There was one more Ulysses law that we didn't listen to. Damn it. I wanted to listen to him in kind of incorrect order, but here we go.
Echoed the beating in the Divide sky, like storm drums of the white legs, ran with them on the salt beds at Caesar's command. Cut the throats of the two-headed bear, cut all communities off. Use storm, sky, disease, fire, starvation, and the violence of the ignorant to ruin all who could, might stand against him. But the white legs, they couldn't live on their own like most scavengers, so gave them purpose, turned their hunger into a weapon. The wall of New Canaan, too high for Caesar, too proud maybe, or maybe something there from his past that needed killing. Memory of Graham. Help them dig out Canaan's supply caches and other secrets the sands hid. Bunkers filled with powered weapons even the Brotherhood might desire. They call these new weapons storm drums in the firing of shells. Taught them the power in the casings to channel the spirits in their guns. Me, they called me the flag bearer. Glory in my hand, in my staff that still bore the weight of the old world, just as the symbol on my back did. I learned their weapons as a means of respect, and when it came their turn to pay respect to me, history came rushing back. Can't escape what's been done. History's there, no matter how far you walk.
Yeah, kind of sucks that didn't go in the correct order now, but anyway, now it's goodbye.